First carry for Josh Jacobs. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. King. And that is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, King, and an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
We play to win. Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Johnson. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Escaping the pressure right. They complete it to Hill. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, Johnson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right side. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So that erases a game-tying touchdown.
And wouldn't you hate to be the person that committed the foul on that play? Film is not going to be fun for him, but right now, he's got to regroup and continue to play.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. King to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long.
58, come on. Here we go, here we go.
Here's King, operating from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming from the 22. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's make these babies attack, attack!
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
All day, every day. Any box try. Check 59, Mike. Mike is in.
Now here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Right there, 56. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
58, 58, come on. Watch the run.
King now from the gun on third down. It's caught. Smith. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now King from the gun, he'll throw. And an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the double. 44 for Mike.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Set, ready. Hey, hold on. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. 58, come on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now a carry for Jacobs. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. A free 5-yard. As the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. On second down, Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown. Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Well, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones. Not having balls go through goalposts.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run. Watch the run. SOS.
Hey, 57, 57.
SOS. 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 Check. Crunch. 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 80 weapon. 80 weapon.
Yellow.
Zoom, fellas. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So now it's 4th and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now a potential fumbled snap that can get returned.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Man up, D. 58's the money. 58's the money.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
From the gun, King. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Come on, let's go.
58, boys. 58's money. Let's put him on the go.
To throw is King. Going to throw again. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Mahomes now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go to Johnson again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
15. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, yo, go gun.
He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Hey, Ridley. I know you feel that. Right 56.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell, and the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run it with Jacobs, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Run it. 58, come on. Yeah, let's go sandwich.
Here's Jacobs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. On first down, Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone. We saw evidence of that on that play.
We play to win. Let's go. 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and talk again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Yeah, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down at the 39-yard line.
On first down, Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he powers his way up past the 30. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trailed big here to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go now. 15 on it. 15 on it. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. That one 28 yards on the ground.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And a tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Mahomes now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Then
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On first down, King. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, 45 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Chiefs score first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
56 is the mark. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. That's right, man.
King looking to throw on second down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's King, operating from the gun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
King now on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Looking to throw. King got his man there. It's Wallace, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Back to throw. King. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now King. From the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Once again, it's Jacobs. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
There he goes left side, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 58, Chiefs 11.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Oakland, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big count it, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. It's your thought.